Okay, so today I'm going to try to make LibreOffice happy with Git. So what I've been experiencing in LibreOffice is what I want to do is I have a document I'm working on and I want to track that with Git. So I initialized a Git repository for the directory that this document is open in. But when I do a git log over on the terminal, so git log, no, it's git, what is it? It's git show. Yeah, it says diff git on this file can't be done. It's a binary, and Git can't read binaries. It's actually a zip file because that's what a .odt is, but that's okay. And then I did some research and found that you can add support for .odt if you add, it's sort of like if you tell Git to use this program and then diff it and then find the differences. So then I went over here and found another source that tells you how to do the same thing. But what I did is I ran the ODT to, actually, I'm going to demonstrate this again. I'm going to remove the text file rm on, it's a T. Okay, so I have now deleted the text file which I made with this. I'm going to make that again just to demonstrate. And ODT to TXT. And ooh, what did I do wrong? See, I think last time I had to copy this. I didn't type it in correctly. Home. Control V, Control Shift V, and it's happy. I don't know why that worked the second time. I think I didn't type it in right or something. So now if I ls, it shows me that, and I'm going to cat the contents of the. I'm going to show it to you in Nano because it's a better example. It's clearer what I'm getting at in Nano. So Nano on, okay, T, okay. Well, that does not, okay, so this is what you get when you look at the text document in Nano, and this is the document that this was created from. This does not look anything like this. These look very different, and what's going on is that LibreOffice takes a hard return and then automatically wraps the text with soft returns and doesn't only represent hard returns. Nano, and when you convert this document to text, it is only showing the hard returns. And I don't like that. So I could maybe manually go in here and change that, but that would be time consuming and I don't want to do that, and that wouldn't really work with Git very well. So then I was digging around and I found that you can do, what is this? It's you can do fold, and I counted the number of characters you can put on here. It's about 90. So I found that if you do W90, so I guess you can imagine W is with 90 character spaces, fold will give you this sort of soft wrapping, what I want, which is what I want. And then if you look at the man page, S will only terminate at, actually let me show you what it does without S, because I had to find S by looking at the man page. So now it gives you the 90 length, and it also seems to have a larger character for the indent than over here, but I'm not going to pay too much attention to that. So it cuts words off, and I don't like that. So what I looked at the man page and found is that if you add, let me put a clear in. So set a colon, add s. It only gives you a return at whitespace characters, which is what I wanted, and it doesn't cut everything off so that you don't have words fragmented across lines. They should be hyphenated, but this is better. This output that the fold command gives is not identical. This output that the fold command gives is not identical to what it looks like in LibreOffice, what LibreOffice does with their folding ability. So atheist here is put down here. I don't need the diff for Git to be exactly the same as what's in this document. I just want for the body of the paragraph to be better emulated, than what I saw in Nano. So if I make a change here, it's going to tell me that this whole line has been replaced in Git, and it's not really going to explain it. Like, seeing that this line, given that this line is an entire paragraph, has been replaced, doesn't tell me anything about the changes I've made to this document. It will tell me that this line is different and that it has been replaced, but it's not going to give me the same sense of how the document is changing relative to if I saw the different lines in each paragraph, because this is just going to tell me a paragraph has been modified, and I obviously know that I'm going to be modifying the paragraphs. So that's not so useful to me. So what I want to see if I can do is if I can take this output from ODF to TXT and pipe it through this fold command and use that as part of this git config diff text convert. And then what I will do is take this and put it into a script that Git will call. Might actually put it into a script that Git will call. Might be easier. Okay, so you should go to Git attribute and configure this. On Linux, I ran it on my home directory. On Linux, I ran in my home directory. Okay, so this is some guy who ran this, and it changed his git config everywhere. That's what we want, obviously. I don't care about the font. I'm happy with shitty text, so I don't need to worry about kdiff not recognizing UTF-8, because this came out fine. At the moment, I don't need to worry about that. Again, I just want to see a log. I'm not looking for it to know how to diff files. But then again, that explains why that. Ooh, I'm not sure. Okay. So I looked at another. Okay, so this is the Git wiki. Looks like the Git wiki. It's the Git wiki, and it says how to use text convert driver. So go to must be. Indicate the command to execute the text convert driver. So this is the template, and then the text convert is this. I'm wondering if I can add my pipe instead of putting it in a script there, because then I just save my. Well, see, there's a trade-off here. If I go to if I re-roll my Git works solely off of files. So this is a configuration file that lives in my home directory. If I keep my home directory static over different installs of my operating system, which is Debian, then this should stay the same so long as I don't destroy my Git directory or Git config directory. My Git config directory in my home folder. But let me see if this will do what I want anyway. So I want to take this command, copy it, and clear because I have to work again, and I want to remove the text version of this, and then I want to go back to the convert to txt, but I want to pipe that. See, this is where I'm not sure what to do, because this is going to take this and create an output that's a text document. I want this not to save the text to a text document that looks the way it will make it look. I want it to run my script, this command, on the same readout. So I think if I pipe this, see what happens. Nano on txt, and it fucked up. That is not happy. So that's not going to be happy. So what if I move this around? So what if I take this and move this over somewhere else? Will that be happy? No, I should be working in a script. I don't like. Okay, so cut. Well, Control X. No, C. No, that's not what I want. Okay, copy. And delete, and go over here, Control-Shift-V, and see if that does. No, that is not what I wanted either. Not what I wanted either. So I'm going to need to create a script, because I'm going to need to create. No, I'm not. I'm just going to clear the screen. Clear it. Clear. Okay, so what that did was that took this output, so that ran this and did the wrap with 90 only white space characters on this binary file, which is technically a .zip, and I don't know what it did here. I don't think it did anything there. But I know that it probably ignored this, because this doesn't take that sort of that doesn't work that way. Let me see if I'm going to look up how to use pipes, actually. Because I want to make sure that I'm trying to make these things work together correctly before I try to reinvent the wheel. So it looks like I should be able to take the output of one command, and find it from something else. Let me try that. Let me try that example, just to be stupid. Because I know I have to make a script. I just want to make sure I know how to use pipes as well. So ls -l. I'm just reading this command off the internet. Rep .txt, and it only cut that out. So if this is the correct template for how to use pipes, which it is, then something that gives an output, something that takes an input, that input. But that's not happy. So it's not giving me what I want. So what I want to have happen is, so how do I push? Okay, so how do I put, okay. No, I'm not even, I need to do this. Okay, so how do I push this out? No. End. So txt. So clear ls. Okay. Didn't put a semicolon. Okay, so when I run flow on this, and I run flow with these parameters on this file, I want the output of this to be overwritten to that file. So, for example, if I take this, so if I run this on this file, it does this, and it's what I want, but the problem is that this is not in the file that I want. So, what do I do next? Because this is not what it looks like in the file. So, again. So what do I do again? Clear this. Okay, so can I overwrite? How to? So what I want to have happen is this output be overwritten to the file, to this file, so that when I nano into this file, it looks like what this command puts out. So how do I make that happen? This is a lot more steps ahead of actually getting this to work, because then I have to take the script and plug it into Git and use it as a Git text convert driver, which is interesting. How to overwrite file bash. You can append to a file. Okay, so I then need to echo. Okay. So, write to a file, but overwrite if it exists. Little understood on how to use Nix pipes work. Let's look at this. Why not? So this says, in short, .. redirects operator will appear at the end of the specified file, whereas single caret will empty and overwrite the file. Okay, so the only thing is I want to echo my output to here. So let's go back to our piping thing. Go to history, today, tutorial. So again, I'm not a this is how I learn. I learn by looking at smarter people on the internet, by people who know. I learn by looking at examples on the internet and then using those examples. So you take the output from this command and grep it into, or echo, not grep, echo it into here. Will that work? Not sure. How can I test this? But this is what I need to do. So I need to, like, what I think I could do is put this into a variable if I was writing a script, and then use echo variable instead of text into the file that the other script has just created. And this is a derivation of the ODT to text script, which the fold is doing. So that, then I could just take this output of that and put that in a nice little bash script. So for the moment, I want to make sure this works before I start writing a script. I'm going to try to take this, pipe it to grep. No, echo. Echo. Caret. On T. See if that worked, and I'm going to, it could have done nothing, or garbage. That could have done nothing or garbage. Now. No, it did nothing. That exported nothing there. So I have to run the create thingy again, and that'll hopefully, well, actually let me just ls and see what's going on. Okay, so cat on txt, yeah, that's empty. So I want to remove that because that's not what I want to have happen. And clear again, and now I want ODT to txt, and I want it to take as an input the only file in the directory, and it's going to do a thing. I typed it incorrectly. Great. Great. And if I nano into that, I know what it's going to look like, but I'm just going to check again. And it looks like crap. And now what I need to have happen is the fold command be... What if I echo... Ooh, this is going to not work. What if I... Ooh. Echo. How do you pipe to echo? That's actually a good question. How do you pipe to echo? Because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pipe to echo. What if I just use the caret with the other command? Yep. So instead of this, I'm just going to caret that, which is an output, to the same file. And that went okay, but I'm going to check to see if that was happy. No, it's not. And it overrid everything. That's cool. Well, actually, I checked to see that was wrong. And then I ran this command. It didn't make anything better. So if I go back to the start, have that thing overwrite that, then I nano into that text file, and it's wrong. Then I fold into that text file. I'm going to add a number here to see if it just doesn't, if this caret just doesn't do what I think it does. And I'm actually going to create a new file that I'm now just going to check. What? Yeah. No, I should have done my new file. On 1 and okay, so that did work. Okay. So it just can't overwrite itself, which is annoying, because if it could just overwrite itself, that wouldn't be empty. But this is what I want to have happen. Now the question is, can I make a nice pretty script that will do that for me? So let's go back out. So what I need to have happen is, I'm also recording this, and this is the first time I've been recording with this, and it's following the cursor with 2 monitors. So if the cursor is over here, you're looking at 1 monitor's worth of half of 2 monitors, and I keep having the cursor over here, so I don't know if this is being all chopped off, which is concerning me. Actually, I'm going to pause the view. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. So yeah, I'll upload this whether or not it's good or bad. Okay, good or bad quality. You YouTube people don't care about quality, obviously. So yeah, okay, so now how do I put this into a script? And then I need to put the script in my bash, in my personal bash, and then I need to, okay, so we're going to change directory here. So I already know what I need to, okay. Let's open a text editor. I don't want to think anymore. Okay. As bin ODT to get .sh, because it's ODT to TXT, so that makes sense. Will it save? Yes, it saves. Ah, yes, it saves. So I know I need, I'm just going to copy commands out of here. And so this worked. Copy that. Paste it into here. And I also need to add a slash bang, and I know this works. So copy that too. Paste. This might end up all not working with Git, which is very sad if that's true. So, okay. Pound, exclamation mark, bin, bash. And save. Yep. So now it thinks it's a bash script. Great. Should be bin, is it bin sh or bin bash? Where do I have a bash script I can, I'm gonna look this up again because I'm not sure what it should do. Okay, I am not confident I got this correct, so I'm gonna ask the internet for help. So, bin, yeah, the internet's confused too. That's okay. Okay, so it should be bin.sh, not bin bash. I would use bin bash as pretty much standard, or at least common in my experience. In fact, problems arise when a bash script will use sh because the script maker assumes that the link to bash when it doesn't have to be. Okay, so having that said, that you should okay, they basically don't matter, but it's actually saying in Ubuntu does link sh to bash, but I would use this because it's not. Oh, okay. So this guy says that it's actually bin bash. It should be bash, but he didn't just give a straight answer, which is annoying. So I was correct. So that saves me from mistakenly changing that if this doesn't work down the line. Okay. So first off, we need to run this command on the input file. So first off, this take command line arguments. And we don't need all this gobbledygook. So what has to happen? This takes an input. No, I don't want to move this around. Takes input file argument. Okay. So, how to make a bash script take a file. No, it's technically a command line argument. Command line argument. That's probably going to be crap. Echo, the $1 eats the dog. Okay, byte. To import arguments into bash like any normal command program, there are variables set aside for this. So first argument, second. Okay, so just actually let me test this. I can test this to make sure I'm not going to fuck it up. So I'm always afraid to fucking stuff up. So I'm just going to echo money1. Save. So basically what this will do is I'll run this script and then it will just say the thing I put next to running it. So now I have to open a bash that is inside of, no, this is back in the other thing. So I'm going to create a new terminal and change my location to the working directory bin. No, yeah, that's it. Yep. No, that's not what I wanted. Someone can't type today, and I'm not even from using a Mac. Oh, I have to do ch mod plus x odt ch. Then I can do this. Yes, yes, yes. So this will work out great. So, okay. So now I get to replace this with this. And no. $1. Come on, come on. You should. Yeah, okay. assign 1 and put that into a variable. I don't normally, oh, and I should put a thingy here because, you know, I want to be neat and organized. So this I need to put in a variable. See, here's the problem. I want this variable is going to be the output file. That assumes that this can live in an output file. So I'm just going to see what happens when I put this in an output file. And because I don't know if this can create an output, can like behave inside of a shell script. I'm hoping it can, but it didn't take the pipe, so I'm worried it can't. I might need to actually open this up and figure out how this is working so that I can add this functionality into this. But hopefully that's not going to come into play and this will behave nicely. So I'm going to put that into a variable. I'm good. I'm going to have to... raw text. I'll be happy. No, should I put a thing there? I need to look. I don't write bash scripts often enough to know how to do this properly. Okay. Define var in bash. Don't need to know how to do anything anymore. You can just look it up. Okay, so hello equals hello, and then every time you reference it, you have to do that. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Ooh, ooh. If I do, let me, ooh. See, I'm now worried about it. Okay. So, see, now I'm thinking, so I'm trying to figure out how do I run this and export it to the same file that this creates. But if this behaves here, then this is that file, and then I will actually have to give this a destination to pipe out to. So this will be raw text caret. See, I play around with whatchamacallit, not JavaScript. I play around with Python, so I know how to manipulate this the way I want in Python, because this actually should be a string. I think this is a string. I'm assuming this is a string. That I can get a string out of here that will be equal to the name of the file that I type in. And then that string is sent to here, and then here is this command run, and then here can be put through this command, and then I need to save this to a destination. Let's just test. Let's make this test.txt for now, because this is going to fuck up, because this, I bet, isn't going to work even, and I'm going to put a comment line in here. So takes text and makes pretty. Okay. Saves as pretty. Saves prettily. Prettily? Saves nicely. Saves beautifully. Saves. Saves pretty. Yeah, you can tell I'm a programmer by how I English good. Okay, so let's jump over back to the terms, and let's go back here, and then this actually should be ran. I can run this on the path to the thing. Like, I need an ODT file to test this out on, so I'm just going to jump over to the ODT file and do this. Docs. It's segment by year, and on dot Not found. Yes. Error. I knew that would happen. I knew that would happen. Raw text not found. Command not found. Okay. Maybe it doesn't like that. Okay. Hello equals hello. I defined the variable wrong, I think. I think that's what happened. Local variables. Variables can't... See, this is what I'm assuming... I think I defined the variable wrong because it said that this was a program, and this is not a program. This is supposed to be a variable. So I don't think there's supposed to be a space here. Oh, and it actually highlighted like a variable, so that's probably why. And then... See, I don't even know if this can actually happen. Because there's a... Yeah, so maybe if I put this in parentheses, I think parentheses are treated differently. See, I want to see another example of this. This, I think, technically would make sense in any... like, I'm coming from Python. I spend a lot of time playing around in Python, and this sort of a statement in Python would be okay, where you have a program that's taking an input, see, it's not a program, it would be a function, and it's taking an input, and you're putting that into a thing, and inside of Bash, sort of programs can be functions, but they're sort of not. And that's why you can pipe them together, but they're sort of not at the same time. So this is probably got a clusterfuck. I really don't think this is going to behave properly. But I want to try to get this to not behave properly before I do something, before I jump to any other conclusions. My voice is getting really dry. I need to get something to drink. So I'm going to take a break and get something to drink.